Raymond, thank you. Here in South Carolina, teenage victims of relationship abuse are not allowed to apply for any type of restraining order. News 2's Margaret Chadbourne has more on what's at stake when it comes to protecting teens.
According to the Centers for Disease Control, about 10% of high school students report being hit or somehow physically abused by a girlfriend or boyfriend.
A lot of people keep it quiet. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. They're embarrassed.
Bringing up the topic of domestic violence with teens isn't always easy, especially for teenagers who may want to keep it quiet and not tell their parents.
They don't want to let their parents down, or they're embarrassed.
Helping victims with tumultuous relationships is part of the job for the executive director of Thrive, a women's shelter in Charleston. And too often, she's had to come to the aid of a teenager in need, most recently a friend of her own high school-aged daughter.
But unfortunately, she was too wrapped up in the whole relationship, and he put her back in the hospital, and then the parents intervened.
A bill introduced in the state legislature would force public schools to take on the issue, emphasizing education on the topic of abuse. It would also put in place new protections, including helping those as young as 16 obtain an order of protection.
They're some of the main ones who are being abused, and they need to be able to take the matter into their own hands.
While the bill is stalled in a Senate subcommittee for now, there's still a need to be aware of the red flags when it comes to teen abuse.
Peers also need to look out for these red flags as well. They need to look out for bruises, for erratic behavior, for the teenager being extremely emotional.
Social workers we talked to said a new and common thread when it comes to teenage relationships is abuse on social media. In Mount Pleasant, Margaret Chadbourne, News 2.